Hi, Celine Goutle. Thanks so much for your question. So when we're looking at exponent division, we need to remember our exponent rules. So we need to remember the laws of exponents. And they say if I have some number x to the power m, doesn't really matter what number that is, and I divide that by another number x to the power n, then what I can do here is write 1x. I only need to write 1. And then I take the exponents and I take the top one and I minus it by the bottom one. So m minus n. I only have to write this once. One more thing that we do need to note here is that I've got an x here and I've got an x here, which means that both my bottom and my top number have to be the same. Okay, so let's use these rules and apply them to the ones that we've got here. Okay, if we look at y to the power 7 divided by y to the power 1, they both have the same base. So we're going to have just one y. We're going to write equals y. And then we're going to take the top exponent and minus the bottom exponent. 7 to the power 7 minus 3. So my answer here is going to be y to the power 4. And that's what that question is going to look like. Now we're going to use the same thing to answer these questions over here, or the second question over here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to simplify the numbers, just like you've done on your paper. So we're going to take 3 and 9, and we're going to divide both of them by 3, and we're going to get 1 over 3. That's not going to change. We're going to leave it exactly as it is. Then we're going to take the numbers that have the same bases. So we're going to look at this x and this x, and we're going to compare them or minus the exponents there. And then we're going to take this y and minus the exponents there. Let's look at what that looks like. So I'm going to write exactly 1y or 1x. We're going to start with x, and then I'm going to take the exponent of the top one, 5, minus the exponent of the bottom one. If there's no exponent sitting on top of it there, that means there's just a 1 there. So I'm going to have 5 minus 1, and then I'm going to have y, 3, the top one, 3, minus the bottom one, that's 3. So let's write this one properly. I'm going to have 1 over 3 multiplied by x to the power 5 minus 1. That's going to give us 4 multiplied by y to the power 0. Now we should say we're done here. That's fine, right? But then there's another mathematical rule that says any number x, y, in this case we're going to say y to the power 0 is equal to 1. Every number, x to the power 0, z to the power 0, t to the power 0, 200 to the power 0 is equal to 1, which means this y over here is actually equal to 1. We can rewrite this is equal to 1 over 3 times x to the power 4 times 1, which actually is just the same thing as the answer that we have, because if we multiply anything by 1, it just gives us that number. So we can take this one away. That's the answer we're looking for. I hope this was helpful. We do need to remember our exponent laws. They're very important. All the best.